Anybody else have anything to add in terms of their method?
I learned to do all the straw at once.
So you're putting all the straw in at once. Why? What happens if you don't put it all in at once?
Apparently it's harder to mix it.
A little more work. So it's efficient to put all your straw in at once. Did everybody else experience that?
We did ours in 2 batches.
Yeah.
Okay, so the strategy here was to dry mix it, make it flat, put most or all the water on the tarp, and then you mixed it.
Yeah.
Then you got
Yeah.
it. Anybody else?
The volcano process where we kind of mounded it, and then in the center we sort of created a bowl, and then did our best to add in all the water that we needed. And once that water seeped in and turned it around, so it sort of like mixed into the center, into like a ball almost, and then started to sort of flatten it out.
Wow, so there's kind of a lot of different ways to do it. Mound or not, flat or not, dry mix or not. Put the straw all in at once, do it twice, put all the water in. Let me just hit real quickly on the water. What did you find worked the best with the water? Putting it in bits or putting it all in at the same time?
I think putting it all in at the beginning works best. It just gets mixed faster.
So it's harder to mix the cob when the water is not all in, and you got to add the water. Kind of like dough. A lot of times making bread is the same way. If you don't put all your water in the dough at the time that it all goes in, and you just get the sloppy mix, and then it starts to work, and you get the nice dough ball. Now all of a sudden you have a dough ball that's too dry, and you have to add water to that. It's really hard. It's slippery. It's slimy. It's hard to get in. It's kind of the same. A lot of people equate this to making bread, and that's why the dry mix makes sense to a lot of people. However, don't always do a dry mix. It still works out. You don't have to always do a volcano. It still works out. And down the line. So, is there a right way to do this? Somewhat, but not really. This is the end product. And are all these the same? No. This is a fur ball, for sure. And it's not even all integrated in there. Is that a problem? Could be. But what's going to happen is that this is, I've called this the brother pile, because there's a mother pile. We have a big, the big pile down there. Well, we have a transfer thing that's happening. It transfers from your tarp to this one, then from here to that pile, and then from that pile to the wall. So every time there is some more mixing, and then when you're putting it on the wall, you're actually mixing it again. So you can play with that. Sometimes when you're building, you want more straw for a certain thing. Like, oh, this corner is actually, this cob is too wet, I need more straw in there. So, oh, that's great, I got a nice big handful of it right here. Or I need sandier stuff for this method or for this piece of, you can kind of pick and choose. But it pretty much becomes homogenized on the wall.